All right, we're here. We are cooking with gas. What a day. What's today? Feb 15th, 16th. What a day it is, huh? What a day it is. Let me just send this out quick. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. I got lots of stuff to talk about. The Fed is back. PPI was bad. It's all happening again. Oh, crikey. And here we go. Not quite. Almost there. Sorry, stick with me for a second. What a day, what a day, what a day. What a mighty fine day. Let me just tweet out real quick. And paste. Tesla, wow. Apple, oof. Google, wow. Microsoft, oof. VIX, wow. All right, here we go. Sorry, thanks for waiting. Here we go. What a day, huh? I think I'm in focus. Fuck, I hope so. All right, I want to start out with something that I completely missed out on yesterday, missed talking about yesterday. And that was Carl Icahn. I know last week we talked about him quite a bit, and he put on this S&P futures put play. It was for basically S&P futures. He bought 24,000 puts at 40.50, and now those went from, he bought them around $20, and those went from 18, basically where he bought them. They rallied all the way up to 50, and then all the way back down. And today, they were trading at $1.25. It looked like he was cooked. Yesterday, he put on another one in the middle of March, the 39.50s. So he basically pushed out another month on those. And today was not looking good until something happened. You know, we've been talking about the relationship between bonds and equities, and when yields go up, equities go down. It didn't work this morning either. We made new highs on the 10-year, yet stocks were down but slowly rallied. We were relatively unchanged, and then PPI came out, and it came out hot, which is not great. But we kind of expected that. What the market did, what it has been doing, is shrugged it off, and then we just slowly rallied about, let me pull up the chart here. We sold off about 30 points on that print, and then slowly rallied all the way back up. Printed where we started, and it looked like we were about to break out. And then Bullard came out. I don't understand. Look, the Fed is going to do what it's going to do. I don't understand why they need to talk every day. Every single day, these narcissists talk about economic policy. It's just for like a hot minute, suck some air, you know. But of course, they can't do that. They need to be in front of everybody all the time because that's what they do. Bullard came out and said recent data has made markets realize that the fight against inflation will be long. He won't rule out a half a point interest rate hike. That spooked the market big time. We were at 30, 41, 37. Immediately tanked to about 4,100 on the S&P. Icahn's puts that were pretty much dead at $1.25 popped. They're back up to, right now they're at $8. He's got 1 day to go on those. And it's looking like these might actually pay out. I don't know. That's a YOLO. That's a diamond hand hold. That's what's the other one? HODL. Hang on for dear life. Although if those went to zero, he doesn't care. He's worth so much money. However, those are back in play. S&P closed at 40.90. Only 40 points out of the money. Tomorrow is MOPEX expiration of options, monthly options for equities. And today was looking like all put buyers were going to have to eat it. But because of Bullard and his comments, which are accurate but untimely, sellers might have a chance to push this thing all the way down to 4,000 tomorrow, which would be a hell of a run. I did mention we're on bulls are on borrowed time, and when you see stuff like this, and we talked about yesterday how everybody was positioned for a sell-off into the CPI, and they didn't get it. They had to unwind those shorts, so they're part of the problem buying this up. And in true form, right when they're about to break this thing out, bam, Bullard comes in hot as people are covering their shorts, and they just hammered it down. This is a sickos market, but if you're safe and you are disciplined, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing market. And we see headlines like that when everybody was thinking rate cut at the end of the year. No chance they do 50 basis point hike again. That just changed the narrative. Everything shifts. Apple was up about $1, closed down $2. Microsoft's down $7. Oof, that's a bad one. Netflix down 11. Boeing down 5. Chips got hit. SaaS names got hit. Snow down $10. Everything just got annihilated late. And because we're on a 3-day run, and they just rugged it, in the last hour of the day, there's not enough time to get out. Not enough time to reposition. I think the overnight session is going to be pretty rough, and I think tomorrow should be volatile. Which brings me to my next point here. There used to be a guy, I want to say like 20, when things were really crazy in the early teens. I think he was around from like 11 to 16, 2011, 2016. They called him 50 Cent. And what he would do was he'd buy VIX calls, $5 million worth of VIX calls, the $50 strike. He'd buy 50,000 of them. They called him 50 Cent. All he had to do is hit one of these for a multi-bagger, and he's set forever. I think he did it about 10 different times. I think he hit on 2. He came back yesterday. Same bet. $50 calls, the May calls, $50 VIX May calls for 50 cents. I think he actually ended up paying 51 cents, but who's counting? So 50's back. And Icahn hit another trade yesterday. So you got two guys. One thinks VIX is going up, and the other one thinks stocks are going down. And talk about cojones. When things were looking like they were about to go on a absolute scream ripper, these guys come in hot. Were they saved by the Fed? Probably, but that's how you trade. You don't buy tops, you short tops, and you don't sell in the hole, you buy the hole. When things get a little bit complacent, today was pretty complacent. Apple was up $1, but Microsoft was down 4 all day. Tesla was actually green. But then news came out that they're recalling 360 some thousand cars for FSD software issues. We talked yesterday or 2 days ago about, I think it was last week, about how ridiculous FSD is in the first place because driving's fun. You don't need to have FSD. So they got a recall, and then, which, the recalls on software for Tesla is just fix the glitch and push it out to the car. So it's not like these people have to come in, but it doesn't matter. The stock was at $217, looking like it was going to make a run to 220, and news hit, and they tanked it. They tried to rally it back. Then Elon came out with some ominous tweets about it, which then really spooked it. Now it's at $200. Pretty wild. So that didn't help the market. So that helped tank the market. Apple reverse went lower. Nvidia's down $8. Should hit the fan real quick when things get complacent and people are, thinking, volatility's gone. Something like that hits and it turns violent because the whole narrative shifts, and it shifts in a short period of time. So you got to reposition and quickly, and then it kind of self-fulfills itself of, oh shit, I got to get out, or this is a short now. So you get this mass repositioning, and that's when you get massive volatility. VIX closed the day up 10%. It's back over $20, which isn't huge, but remember, VIX isn't fear. It's a long-term hedging, 30-day hedge. So if this thing starts really going, then we're looking at a month out, next couple months of more downside if this thing really starts to take off. So it's a good thing to keep an eye on. Then we'll talk more. Oh, and then during the sell-off, late in the day, Apple comes out and says they're laying off people. Remember talking about how to pump a stock? Well, that's how they tried to do it late in the day, and it was too late. Too much damage was done. They just rolled it right over. Hilarious timing on that call, though. It's a casino and run by the big boys, and we're just trying to get in and out and make a buck and get the hell out of there. Because, we talked about it. The longer you stay around, the more likely you are to get cucked. Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin again, because that's what we do. 25,250. 25,250. This thing's ripping, which is interesting. Silvergate is now being investigated. It got exposed that Silvergate gave FTX access to other people, I think their partners' accounts. They gave FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried access to other people's accounts at Silvergate. How is this thing not $0? How is it not? It's down $5 today at 17.20. Every time one of these things hit, it tanks and then it just rallies right back. Citadel came out with a position yesterday in Silvergate. This thing is screaming fraud. Screaming fraud. I think Citadel is one of the most manipulative funds out there. If you look into them, BlackRock too. I think BlackRock took a stake recently in Silvergate. They take stakes in these things and then they can do whatever they want with the stock and they can really manipulate it. I think that's what's happening here. They know it's cooked, but they want to make sure they're best positioned to make the most money off it. It's sickening what these markets are like these days. But give me a break. Silvergate, the most illegal thing you can do is one, commingle funds, so my funds and your funds, using those funds for other operational things for the bank. Can't do that. You can't touch customer funds. Giving another customer access to my funds, that's even worse. This thing should be $0. Zero. Nothing. Which makes me think about this Bitcoin run. Who is buying it? Why? More and more is coming out about how fraudulent most of these companies are in the space. And they're all getting hit with fines and all this other shit. Is this the last of the pump and dump on Bitcoin? Are they pumping it so that these companies can get rid of what they have left so they can end up either scratching, making even, or getting out of their own positions? Something stinks with Bitcoin real bad. It's not because I hate Bitcoin. It just doesn't make any sense. When things don't make sense, it makes me question. So there's that. I don't know what's going to happen. No one knows what's going to happen, but today was interesting. If the 10-year opens over 3.92 tomorrow, 3% 92, 3.92%, and Tesla's under 200, I think we can have a down 90 day. I mean, today it ended up down 57, even though it was looking like it was probably going to be down 10 bucks on the SPX. The ultimate FU would be for these sickos to pin SPX at 4,000 tomorrow. Remember, we do have a long weekend. So if you are buying stuff for next week, you only have 4 days, not 5. So keep that in mind. And a lot can happen over the weekend. All right, that's it for the markets. I do want to mention one more thing about Biden came out and talked about the weather balloons or UFOs, whatever you want to call them. That guy does not display confidence for the country, and when that happens, it spooks markets as well. When they announced he was going to talk today at 1, markets, you saw an uptick in selling. Every time he talks, the market sells. That was your tell. You see a little, you hit resistance, you try to hit it again, see sellers come in, something like that announces, kind of tanks, comes back a little bit. That's when you start hitting it. All right, I think I've kept you long enough. Tomorrow's Mopex, expected some really weird moves. He'll probably be down to start, try to rally, and then tank, and then rally, and then tank again. So just be nimble, be quick. Don't do anything dumb, ruin your week. All right, I think that's it for me. Art, let's keep an eye on this Icahn 4050 tomorrow. I mean, there's almost, I don't want to say zero chance, but there's very little chance that S&P closes under 4,000 tomorrow, which means those will probably be the futures trade. I think about 10 points higher than the SPX. So if the SPX is at 44,000, then the ES is at 4,010. So he needs it to be, even if it, so if it was SPX goes to the 4,000, those are going to be $40. So he won't even get back what he could have gotten a few days ago at 53, but that'd be a hell of a ride, huh? 18 to 53 to 1 to 40. Textbook hodling. All right, let's keep an eye on Icahn. That's a fun one. And 50 cent. Those will be fun to watch too. I'll keep you posted on those. All right, enjoy your day. Love you guys. Bye.